It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and our focus is on Kadarius Toney. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Chiefs and the Seahawks. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and CD, we've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position and be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
He made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Right to the air is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 22. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Geno on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trent McDuffie brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Jamal Adams. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From just shy of midfield, Smith.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So we are at halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From the 6.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 30-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out. We're back now in KC. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. They snap it to Smith. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Smith throwing again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 13, 47 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes will throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Mahomes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got, and the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So the victory here for Seattle, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Seahawks, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.